And a happy Sunday afternoon. Welcome to a live episode of Confessions of a Theme Park Worker. We're going to be talking about some of the news coming out of Disney, what's happening on my upcoming trip, magic bands, mail, got some of that to do, kind of doing an Ask Me Anything. And at the end, I might even respond to a really dumb comment on my channel. We'll see on that part. But we are ready to roll. Let's have some fun. Let's start throwing out those questions. Who sees where we end up today? Oh, and even another special surprise at the end. So happy Sunday, and I'm already starting off on a roll. Yes, we are scaring people already. Yes. Best part of my other job I do, besides kicking the microphone, is that I get to occasionally scare people. Not on purpose, though. Sorry, Fantasy Apprentice. Probably had the sound on too loud. And yeah, it's always fun. Came on YouTube mid-sentence. It's weird because I'll get my cue that I'm live, but it still takes it a second to catch up. And so I don't actually see when I actually hit live or not. So it's always like, and you don't want to sit there and start the stream going, hi. But yeah, fun stuff. Dustin's asking about Israel. I will talk about that a little bit later. First things I want to do, and hello, Judy. I've got a big thing here from you. I do want to talk about the upcoming trip and get that information out there because one of the things coming up, of course, is we are heading to Disney. We've got a week and a half till we go. So meet and greet information. If you're thinking about joining us, we will be, let's see. Oh, and James, give your address. Look in the description of every single video I've got. I do get this sometimes. If you look in my video description, my mailing address is down there in every single video. That's the place to send stuff. So just check that out. I very much appreciate it. I really do. Y'all have no idea how grateful I am for the mail. I actually, all the letters and notes and everything, I actually keep it all. I've got a whole drawer full of all of it. And I actually even go back and read it sometimes. Yeah, kind of crazy stuff. Coming up Tuesday, February 6th, we have a meet and greet coming up at Animal Kingdom Lodge. We are going to be there. We're staying right nearby. So the best way to do the meetup is we're actually going to do it there. We're meeting at 6:30 in the lobby. If you are able to drive there, if you come up to security, they don't generally let people in. But if you come up to security and let them know that you're coming to meet George Bernash, there's the real name. Let him know that he is staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm actually at Kidani Village, which is the DVC wing, and that you were meeting as friends in the lobby. And they should let you through security. If you're meeting somebody who's staying there, they generally do. They may ask you for ID, and I will try to tell them to radio up security, let them know a few people will come in. But that's how you should get in. If you're a little concerned about it, because security is tight, you can also park over at Disney Springs, hop onto the Animal Kingdom Lodge bus, and ride the bus over. Takes a little longer. Parking at Disney Springs is free, and you don't have to worry about security that way. So you can meet us there. We're planning on meeting, like I said, about 6:30 or so. So hope that you can meet us there. Let's see here. So I got one. Okay. One talking about one of those channels I don't like to talk about. I don't drive. There are some lousy channels out there, and I generally don't like to mention them because I don't want people going, ooh, let's go check out the lousy channel and see why he doesn't like it. I don't want to give them traffic. So, Pikachu Master, I always have to wait whenever you begin your streams on Twitch because there's always a bit of a pause. Yeah, and you don't want to start moving rapidly because it looks weird. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. So you just can't sit there and wait until you know you're on, and then you still miss it. So I'm going to make something I know you'll like. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, if you look at a lot of the stuff behind me, let's see, made by a viewer, the Figment, the Rhino Rally picture right there is painted by Judy. Excuse me, dog. Dog is saying hello. but there are several things back there that are actually made by people. So yeah, I got all sorts of stuff. Like I love when people send me stuff. Honestly, every time I open it, I'm like, I can't believe they like me enough to send me this stuff. So honestly, I really appreciate it. I have gotten some clothing items that don't fit us, in which case I do actually have a couple outlets that I take it to, people I know who are always in need, and they have loved some of it. Are you going to say hi, or are you just going to nose in here? Come here. Come here. Oh, there we go. All right, this is Mudita. Everybody say hi, Moo Moo. Do. Wave to the camera. Yeah, you're a goober. Yeah, she's a 55-pound lap dog. You want to say hi? Snip the microphone. Okay. Hop down. Go. Whoo, there we go. Let's see. Try and catch some of this. Might be Q&A on this, but I ran the Disney Half Marathon for Saturday, January. Awesome. Me and my sister ran as Chip and Dale. That's awesome. That's really cute. Was a huge PhotoPass presence there. I did not work race weekend events. I had the opportunity. Most of the photographers who work are actually volunteering because of the way it is set up. Some get paid, but I was in the parks. That was actually one thing that I never did. I think they asked me once, and I was kind of like, because the hours were really early, and I was like, ugh. So no, I never actually did work the marathon. I did work in the parks on marathon days, so I got lots of pictures of people wearing their marathon medals and stuff, but I never actually did work the marathon itself. Good question, though. So, but yeah, unfortunately, no stories about that except dealing with roads being closed, trying to get to work. That was always fun. Do I know when Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be open? The word out of Disney is end of this year. But I always say with things like this, it'll be open when it's ready to open. And we'll see when that is, because yeah, it's really hard to say with things like that because they can plan it and then things go wrong, especially like supply lines and stuff like that right now. But they're hoping into this year. So let's see. We've got 8.5 days till we leave for Disney. And one of the things, of course, that you get is magic bands. I got a box. So I've actually got my magic bands all set already. And one of these is actually my son's, and along with a couple older ones. So I'm taking 3 magic bands for me. Yes, I'm going to be weird. I'm going to have 2 magic bands on, plus I'll have a digital watch. But this is the Figment Maggie. It's a Maggie band. Yeah, that makes lots of sense. This is my Figment Magic Band that I've actually had sitting on the shelf and I've never had a chance to use. So I'm going to take that one. And then last time I was at Disney, we bought this and I forgot it, left it at home. But this is the 50th anniversary Magic Band. So that one's going to finally get to go with me and get used. So we will have those. But the really special Magic Band are these. This is the brand new Magic Band Plus. This is my son's, and then this is mine. Fantastic. My son's is just boring. It just says Walt Disney World on it. Like, mine at least has some fantastic design on it. But the cool thing with these, and I'm planning on doing a video about them, is they actually have LED lights and stuff in them. So during shows like Happily Ever After and the Epcot show on the water, these will actually light and synchronize with the show and everything. So I'm hoping to really be able to show off what they do. They actually have to be charged, unlike the others. So yeah, it'll be fun to show these off and hopefully give you a chance to see what they are doing with it. I actually got to see a demo of this at D23, and they're pretty cool. I didn't get to show it on my video about D23 because I didn't tape it right. It was really sad. But oh, Sherry, if you were on the train in Magic Kingdom, you can see the progress on Tiana's Bayou. And that's one thing we're hoping to be able to get. So does Disney have a place for disabled people to relax away from the noise? I honestly, they did not when I was there, other than first aid. And I do know some people that would go to first aid or even the nursing stations to relax, but they did not have a stimulus station, if that's what you mean. Um, I don't know if they've added one. I think they might have. It's something that a lot of parks have been catching up on and doing, and I think Disney has, but I am not positive. I know a lot of Six Flags parks have put them in now. Silver Dollar City and Dollywood definitely have them. I believe Universal does. So, um, yeah, so it's something that it's a growing awareness that they are learning about and doing things, but I don't know. So, new Disney plushes for $1 at a yard sale. That's awesome. I love when I find stuff at yard sales. Out here, they tend to do more flea market things. So you will see some garage sales, but a lot of people will run booths in a store that has all these booths that people just put stuff up in. It's weird. So they call them flea markets. I'm kind of going, my idea of what they call a flea market. I think when somebody says flea market, I think of what they call out here a swap meet. I don't know, different stuff. I am just going all over. So let's see things that we are doing on this trip at Disney. Of course, we're hitting all 4 parks. We are going to see the brand new Fantasmic, which I have not seen yet. We've got Tron is going to be brand new. The Moana Garden is now open, so we'll be able to go see that, which I'm excited about. I'm hoping we will be at Epcot on Friday. My early plan right now is to actually do a live stream from Epcot, probably somewhere around 11 a.m. Eastern time. It will be 8 in California. And basically hitting the new front area because the construction walls are finally coming down, showing the Moana Garden, and we will hopefully be able to let you see the new changes that have been going on there and hopefully give you an idea of how different it is. So that's my plan right now, is to do a live stream of all of that and kind of talk you through the changes and what I am seeing and stuff like that. So hopefully it will be fun. Oh, and Judy comments, Google sensory-friendly places. Google's your friend. There's all sorts of stuff like that. So will I be meeting any characters? Will depend upon how long the waits are. I hope so. I really do. I love meeting the characters. So, which y'all know. In fact, okay. So, yeah, I saw somebody that was criticizing a guy in his late 40s meeting Figment, and I'm going, dude, I'm in my mid 50s and I'm planning on meeting Figment. Hello, let out your inner child. So, but yeah, I hope to. No Ravens versus 49ers, so I'm guessing that the Kansas City Chiefs. I live in Kansas City territory. If I were to pick a second favorite team, it would probably be Kansas City. So I hope the Niners win, because then I will be together with my friends and we will be definitely yelling at each other and having a good time. I actually am hoping for I was hoping for Kansas City 49ers Super Bowl. But what roller coasters are you planning to ride this year? I have no clue. So Dustin was asking about the Israel update. We will have a better idea in April what is happening this year. We are hoping that if fundraising and stuff comes together, we're hoping to go to Israel for 2 years, moving this summer. And if that happens, like I said, we're planning on going to study Hebrew, study Israeli culture, and some things like that, as well as do a series of videos on what it's like to live in Israel as a non-Jewish Israeli citizen. So we will see if that comes together. If it doesn't happen this summer, then it will happen next summer. But I'm not planning on any roller coasters or trips or anything like that until I know what's happening with Israel. So we will see. There's a lot that we're just like, I don't know yet. So Dustin, I got to meet Mushu at the half marathon. So a lot of the characters will actually come out and see people while they're running and greet them and cheer them on. It is a lot of fun. It's really neat. So let's see. Any hope on no tour groups at Disney? No. Disney will try to make them behave, but they bring in way too much money. Disney's not going to cancel tour groups entirely, just specific ones that are a pain in the neck. So Yeah, money. It's money. They're not going to cancel something that brings in money. Okay, so this is Judy's box. Now, I have to tell y'all, my post office loves Judy to death. I walk in the door and they're like, we don't have any painted boxes. When are you getting another painted box? So, yeah, this is her box this time. I mean, look at this. They absolutely love Judy at my post office. So, yeah. Let's see, Stacy, any idea meet and greet? So again, 6:30, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Come through security there and tell them you are meeting George Bernash, who is staying at Kidani Village, and meeting it in the lobby at the lodge, or Park Disney Springs and take the bus over. But 6:30 in Animal Kingdom Lodge's lobby is where we were meeting, and yeah, that is the best way to meet me there. I'll be there for about an hour or so. Maybe hour and a half, but we've got a reservation at Boma there that I'm meeting some people and we're having a late dinner. So, but Animal Kingdom Lodge 6:30 is the plan. So, but yeah, like I said, they absolutely love this. Oh, and there's the address. So that should help out. What day? Tuesday, February 6th, 6:30 p.m. So, and would love to see you there. All right, so let's see. We got one thing here for my wife. I will set that aside. And Judy likes my wife, which is nice. My wife is very likable. She puts up with me. Stickers are a wonderful thing. So, am I going to use Disney Genie? You mean Genie Plus? Yes, we will be using it. Craig is kind of our trip coordinator. This is actually one thing I do really like traveling with Craig, is he handles all the Genie Plus, all the bookings. I really get to just kind of relax and enjoy the trip. So it's really nice that way. Let me see here. Let me check something. Is it here? Before I dig into the box, asking about that. I have not opened this yet. I was good this time. So this is Rachel asking you to get the birthday card. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, I did. Birthday was 2 weeks ago. But, oh, that is really cool. That is fun. And dear Mr. Bernash, hope you have a happy 55th birthday. Close. 1 year off. I'm 1 year younger than that. But thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm trying not to bump this thing. Any fun dining reservations this trip? We actually are eating at a place I have never eaten at and never fully seen the show, although I worked at it. And that's the Hoop-de-Doo review. I sold pictures at Hoop-de-Doo. I had to interrupt people while they were eating, but I have never seen the whole show. And so we're actually going to go see Hoop-de-Doo. And I'm just like, wow, this will be cool. I actually get to watch everything for once. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see. So close. And like, so if you don't know, Judy works at a shop where they get these things coming in. And this is like brand new stuff. And I have some kids now that are very excited when they see me come around. So let me see. Oh, these are neat. Okay, so these won't make it to the giveaways. That is really cool. That is a neat Mickey. There's another kid's one. So yeah, if you end up in the area nearby, I do have stuff. That one will probably be grabbed. I'm imagining Amber or Megan will snag that, although I know what Megan likes now. Let's see. I got this right side up. Yep. There's a Mickey and a Minnie. That my boss's daughters absolutely love me. Oh, this is neat. Well, let's see. Let's get the right side up. There we go. How about that? Mickey ear pajamas, Mickey heads. And it almost looks like aliens in there too. Turtles, hands. But pajamas, those may actually be grabbed. Oh, okay. I don't know. Is this a ladies? I like that one. I think it's a ladies shirt though. I make wishes come true. That is a neat shirt. It's a ladies cut. Ah, I totally would have snagged that one. Totally. Let's see. Elmo likes warm hugs. Okay, I can't do Elmo. Sorry, that was terrible. My wife may very well snag that one. That's a really pretty. Trying to make sure you can see the Mickey. There it is. And then, last item. It is. Is it shorts or is it a bag? No, it's okay. This is different. So what it is, you've got two little straps. It's actually essentially a thermal halter top, I guess, or skirt. I don't wear these things. It's just not my style. I am sure I will find something like that. So thank you so much for that, Judy. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Tom, youngster, I like it when people say that about me. With the tour groups that don't behave, the Disney enforcement rides Small World 100 times. That's funny. Boma is awesome. I love Boma. When we lived there, Boma was our favorite place to eat. We would get the Christmas discount every year, and Boma was where we went most of the time with it. So, and like I said, Hoop-de-Doo, I would see bits and pieces. I never got to see the whole thing, so I'm excited. Have I been to Liberty Tree Tavern? Yes. I did eat there once with my daughter. Good food. Nothing incredibly special, but it was good. So it was a nice break. So nothing bad to say about Liberty Tree, but if I'm going to spend that price, I want something special. So, let's see. Misa back. Let's see. We just got another just got another I make wishes come true shirt. Ooh, okay, cool. So, and then with the other thing, I think you wear it after you take a shower. That would make sense. So, do I run into any friends that still work at Disney? Yes, absolutely. In fact, there's one of them that might show up at the meet and greet. We're kind of waiting to see what their work schedule is. Yes, I do still have several friends that work at Disney. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I am in constant contact with that work still with PhotoPass. And then I do have others that work in different departments and divisions as well. So I have 3 that are in entertainment. So yes, I do still have quite another. Have I been on the Behind the Train tour? No. Oh, I wish I had. I would love, love, love to do it someday. But I have not been on that one. I have been on Mickey's Magical Milestones. I have been on the Keys to the Kingdom tour. I have been on a tour of the Haunted Mansion. I have done a couple other things like that, but no, never done the behind the scenes on the train. One of these days. But since this is probably going to be my last trip to Disney, at least for quite a while, we will. I'm kind of waiting to see, just because with Israel and the other stuff. As crazy as this sounds, this could actually turn out to be my last trip to Disney, period. I hope not. I hope I have an opportunity to go back, but there is definitely a chance that I may not be able to. So we shall see what would happen. Sherry, would I ever consider a VIP tour? If somebody else was going to pay for it, absolutely. My budget doesn't allow it. So to give you an idea with this trip, where my budget sits, because we are being blessed. When I go to Disney, I don't pay for most of it. Our room is being covered. A lot of our food is being covered. Our park tickets are being covered for the most part. We're paying for our plane tickets. We're paying for a little bit of our food. And then we're chipping in on a couple small things. But and I'm paying for my scooter. But honestly, I can't afford this, let alone a VIP tour, which is, well, Craig can say how much the VIP. I don't remember how much is the VIP tour per hour. It's not cheap. Okay, so the Disney VIP tour is $450 to $900 an hour. I can't afford that. That doesn't include the park tickets either. You still have to pay for your admissions on top of that. Yeah. Nope. No, like I said, the Hoop-de-Doo and Fantasmic and stuff like that. This is the man responsible. Let's see, there it is. That's who's responsible, and I am very, very grateful. My whole family is. Craig has blessed us. I have had Alex from Tea Party, not Tea Party. Tea Chest Media. There we go. Alex blessed us a couple times. The very first time I stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Alex covered that. I have been blessed with Leo over to be able to go to Paris. And then John has spoiled me on a couple trips. So, I mean, I joke, when people say, so when are you coming to? And I'm like, so when are you paying for it? I joke about it, but honestly and truthfully, our budget is not such that we can afford it. So when people do chip in, I'm blessed. That's how the travel happens. My patrons, my YouTube members, and then people who've just become friends, they're the ones who make it happen. They're the ones who help us to get out and go to these places. And then magic happens. So the Eldridge Park video, this week I'm going to get the post. The making of the Eldridge Park video will come up this week. And I am determined, absolutely determined, that our Eldridge Park documentary and visit video is going to post up. And you'll get to see a little bit of the magic that happens when I go visit someplace. And people just come out like, well, what can we do? And I'm just sitting there going, you want to do something for me? But it is really, really neat how I've been able to go places, my whole family, and do things because people have done crazy stuff. So how much is the ticket to Six Flags St. Louis? St. Louis has been an interesting thing. I actually have a Six Flags pass that I haven't used in a year and a half because it just has not worked out being able to get there. So if I got to St. Louis, I could get in the park. I actually, when we went to see Frozen Live in St. Louis, I was going to go to Six Flags and it didn't work out. I had a speaking engagement up at St. Louis where I spoke at a church in the morning, and I was going to stop, and we ended up at a 3-hour-long lunch with the pastor. And like, I got to get home. I can't stop. So it just has not worked out where I could get into the park. So I have a pass to get in, and actually even has meals. I just can't get there. St. Louis is a 3.5-hour drive to get to the park. So if I'm going up there, I'm old enough now. I can drive up and visit the park, but I'm not driving up, seeing the park, and coming back home. I would be lucky to get home. I have to cover a hotel as part of that now. So that's part of the issue, which means now I need 2 days to go see St. Louis, plus the gas money and stuff. So that's the issue. If I had a hotel waiting for me, I could make it happen a whole lot easier than otherwise. Or if I can get another church to speak at up in St. Louis, drive up on Saturday, go to Six Flags, speak to church Sunday, maybe drop Six Flags again on the way home. So possibility. Wait a second. Do I think the conductor from Silver Dollar City could be a bear since he protects the train? I don't know. I think it'd be kind of unbearable to have a bear as a conductor. You can barely stand it. So, okay. I won't do any more that way. It'd be too easy to go into all the bear puns. Okay. I'm trying to remember what else was new on this trip. So Fantasmic, Moana's Garden, the new opened up area at Epcot, Hoop-de-Doo. And then for my kids, there's actually a few things that they have not done. The kids have not seen Remy's Adventure over in France. They have not done Guardians of the Galaxy. They have not done Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So for my kids, Amber and Joseph, they've got a few things that will be new to them on this trip. So, what are your thoughts on the changes coming to Country Bear? I'm mad because we're missing it by a week. I don't know how I feel about Country Bears yet. Craig mentioned Tron. Yes, Tron's going to be brand new. I like the old show just because it's so traditional. It's so goofy to go to a park and you got blood on the saddle and Mama Don't Whoop Little Buford. But sensitivities have changed, and the humor in it, a lot of people no longer get. It has not kept up with the times. So people will want Disney music and like these goofy bears singing it. So I understand why they're changing it. Walt always did say that he was never going to leave things as they were. They were always going to be updating. So that's Walt would have changed it. Walt would have updated it. So I can't really complain that way, but I enjoyed it. And poor Megan. Megan's going to have to miss all of us singing Country Bears at her this time. If you want funny, if you go back and look at my Walt Disney World trip from a year and a half ago when Megan joined us, she'd never been to Country Bears, and we got stuck right on the front row. And her expressions during the show, while Craig and I were on either side singing it, were hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. Yeah, it was funny. Sherry, Walt's idea for the parks was for them to not become a museum. Absolutely. So Splash Mountain, that's something that Walt absolutely would have agreed with. Some of the other changes stuff, yep, that Walt would have been constantly changing and tinkering and updating. So, but yeah. All right. So I got one other package here. This was sent to me by Craig. And let's see. It says, happy belated birthday. Oh, by the way, Craig had sent me one other thing too for my birthday. Since we were talking about Israel. So yes, I have a book that I've got 3 books right now that I am reading. So, and Fantasy Apprentice, you really shouldn't brag about sinning. It's just okay. If you can't handle spinning coasters, don't do Guardians. Guardians does not spin that fast. Time Traveler spins faster, and it's not even a big spinner. And the one big spinning coaster was at Disney. I'm happy it's gone, and that was over at Animal Kingdom. That was okay. So what is? Ooh, okay. I don't know that I had this one on the list. Okay, this is really cool. All right, so if you don't know, one of the things that's happened in the house, my patrons have seen this, is that I have this really nice area down here. You can see part of the studio, but I've got a whole basement library over here, and in the middle of it, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make you all dizzy. This looks really cool. So hold on. Don't fall over while I do this. I'm going to show you so you can see the library. This is our puzzle table. My wife is actually working on one, but that is mine right there. Yes, I'm constantly doing puzzles. So at night, because I have this wonderful thing called restless leg syndrome. I hate it. But one of the things that is really nice to help my legs stretch out and relax so that I can sleep is to work on a puzzle because I'm walking around the table and everything. So that is awesome. I will definitely have fun with it. That is a really cool puzzle. Gosh, okay. So Afternoon in the 80s, too. If you don't know, I was in my teens in the 80s. There's so much familiar in that. That is really cool. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Meant singing, almost one hand. I knew you meant singing. I just thought it was kind of funny. So P Dragon is asking if what is going on in Israel affect our trip. No. So I won't get political. I know there is a war going on. There's all sorts of layers to it. Um, our hearts, there's people dying on both sides. And the whole situation is not good, but it will not actually affect us. It is in a little narrow strip of the country. 95% of the country is not affected, except for the fact that you've got the young people that are being pulled to fight. The tourists aren't there right now, but everything else is still basically functioning, and so it's not going to affect us going. In fact, we got some other friends who were doing something similar who were able to go in a month ago or so. So no, that won't affect us. The biggest thing that's going to affect us is whether we get our funds raised to be able to go or not. And yeah, there's definitely a part of me that would rather be there right now because I love being in Israel. When we had the 2 months there a couple years ago, it was amazing. So we are hoping for that. Okay. And yes, and like I said, I'm not going to get any more into what is going on over there. There's a lot of stuff that media does not talk about, and a lot of things that's been going on. There is wrong being done on both sides. Let me say that. And I will leave it at that. I'm not going to go any further. Okay. I know people are like, oh, but we want to talk about this or that. And just be aware, we don't understand a lot of what's going on over here. So anyways, done with that. Yeah. So remember, I try to keep this a political free zone. So Donald Trump's train conductor would lead to chaos. Can you imagine Donald having one of his temper tantrums up on the front of the train? That would be scary. I don't know. I'm terrible at imitations. I'm sorry. Okay, so other things that are coming up. I do have a few videos that I'm working on. I have this Eldridge Park video, like I said, from July, that is finally getting close. You will see a behind-the-scenes making of coming up of it. So if you're interested in how I do my videos and edit and film and some of that, you're going to get to see a lot of that process. That'll come up this week. My patrons have actually already seen it, hopefully. So they got a draft of that already. I got some good feedback. Did have to make a couple little changes to it because my sound got off sync for some weird reason. I don't know why. But that will be coming up this week. And then the regular Eldridge Park video finally will be coming out as well. I do have a couple things. One of the ones I am working on that I finally have just about scripted is a things that Silver Dollar City needs to fix. Because they definitely do have some things that they need to fix. And I think you guys will have a lot of fun with that when I get it done. It may not be what you expect it to be, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm also probably going to look at more of the Better Business Bureau complaints. I might look at Silver Dollar Cities. I may look at some more of Disney's. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping to get those done. So those are the other videos I'm planning on filming and editing, getting posted up this week. At least one of those, maybe two, will actually post next week when I'm actually heading to Disney. But that's kind of what you can look forward to the next 2 weeks is things to fix at Silver Dollar City, another Better Business reaction, and then Eldridge Park. So excited about all that coming up. But if you ever have ideas or suggestions or things you want to like to see me do, definitely send them to me. Send me the ideas, stuff like that. I'd love to hear them. Honestly, most of my ideas and the things I do come from viewers, and it's like, oh, that's right, I haven't done that. Or even ones like this week's. I hope you all enjoyed my ways to get kicked out of a park. There were parts of that were really kind of a throwback to my first year and a half, just the delivery style and everything. So I hope you all found that one fun. But yeah, definitely throw ideas out. Craig, what about Busch Better Business Bureau? The only reason I am a little more hesitant on Busch is because it has been so long since I've worked there. And Busch, I was only there on weekends while teaching and then on vacations like summer break and Christmas break. That's when I would work full time. It's been so long that I don't remember everything. And then Rhino Rally no longer exists, so it wouldn't be there. And we were really kind of isolated from a lot of the rest of the park. They like to ignore us. So it's a little harder when I'm reading the Busch complaints for me to actually say, well, yeah, it should have been this way, or because I didn't do a lot of it. So that's one of the reasons that the Busch Gardens content has kind of shrunk down and doesn't come out a whole lot, because it's just been so long, and a lot of what comes out now is stuff that doesn't apply. Unless we're doing things like, hey, that's where Rhino Rally was, and this is how it looks different now. And if Rhino Rally used to be like that, but it's a lot harder to do contemporary stuff for Busch. Silver Dollar City, I'm still there often enough. I still know people there. A lot of what he did is still there, and so that's a whole lot easier. And Disney is just Disney. I still know people, so it's easier for me to update things and keep on top of it compared to Busch. So that's kind of why it goes that way. That's something else. So, but went to the gardens last year. Seemed like they weren't fully open. So Busch Gardens has this one thing I can say. Busch Gardens is no longer owned by Anheuser-Busch. It was sold as a company with SeaWorld to another company that is running it now. And one of the first things they did was they cut back operations, and that has affected a lot of things. And again, I don't know all of the inside stuff, so that definitely plays a role in it. But they did cut back operations and stuff, and then COVID, and yes, they have not fully reopened a number of things. So, or at least they have not gone back to the full hours, but they had kind of cut the hours back before COVID too. So, am I ever getting to Carowinds? I would love to know the answer to that myself. When I had the passes and the ability to fly, it just never worked out. Actually tried to get on a plane at one point, and they didn't have seats for me. But again, Carowinds, it requires hotels, it requires flights, it requires tickets to get in the park. So let me know when you're ready to help cover it, and I can get there. So that's basically my answer to, are you going to? Are you paying? Otherwise, yeah. So Busch, isn't that the same company that owns both Sesame Parks? Yep. The Sesame Places, SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens are all one company. And I don't even remember the name of the company that owns them all now. Isn't that terrible? Let's see here. Oh, okay, so it's the SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, which I guess their own little deal. Owner Hill Path Capital. So is Hoop-de-Doo review on the Disney dining plan? I don't think so. The Disney dining plan, they're bringing it back, but there are definitely some things that are a little bit different still about it. But a lot of times the entertainment shows are not part of it. So a homemade t-shirt because I'm the conductor. That's why I like that. So, but, oh, Suzanne. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those, I would love to get out there. It's just, like I said, the one time I really had opportunities, it just didn't work. And now it's, okay, there is a way I could con a trip out there. And I kind of mentioned it with St. Louis, is if there was a church out there willing to let me come out and speak, I can work on a trip and help create details. Still couldn't pay for everything that way, but that would be one way for me to get out there. I'd love to be able to do it, but yeah. So one of these years, I've been trying to get out to Carowinds for 10 years. Still hasn't made it there. So, Craig, nice to hear one of the favorite responses. Been any favorite questions tonight? Okay, Craig, you know how this goes. I don't pick favorites. There's just too many I like. Let's see here. I actually don't even have a standard response to when am I going to. I really should have one. So let's see. I love mail. There's the mailing address. So yeah, I don't have a standard response to that. I really should create one. Shame on me. I have failed. I are fail. Okay. Lions. Okay, I am not. Don't say anything about the San Francisco game right now. Oh, that's cruel, Hollow. It's cruel. So, but in fact, that's actually what I'm going to be doing as soon as I signed off. Here is I'm going to be hitting or flipping on my other screen and watching the football game. I do know, by the way, that the Talking Mickey Project has a live stream coming up as well in like an hour and 15 minutes, 7 o'clock. So go check them out if you haven't already. So, and honestly, I don't want to sit here and drone on without a whole lot else to say. And I don't know that I have a whole lot else to say. So, unless somebody throws out some great questions in a hurry, we may kind of wrap it up. Trenton, it's the Blackstone Group. Okay, so that's what I thought. That's the one who owns SeaWorld. I thought it was Blackstone. I guess they renamed it. So, but Craig, bad George, wouldn't be the first time I've heard that either. Craig would love Fury 325. You know, Craig, you should totally go to Carowinds for Fury 325. It's only 300 feet tall. If you don't know, Craig hates drops. Yeah, Craig would never do it. It would be fun. I'll do it, but. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at. So Disney coming up, leaving on Tuesday the 6th. Meet and greet at Animal Kingdom Lodge lobby at 6:30 on Tuesday the 6th. And come through security, tell them you were meeting George Bernash, who was staying at Kidani Village, and they should let you through. Or you can park at Disney Springs and ride the bus on over. One of them that way. And love to see you there. I will have my pins with me, so I can do pin trading if you bring it. And I think that is most of what I have. Are live animals in the theme park bad news? Depends upon the theme park. Animal Kingdom has live animals. Busch Gardens parks all have live animals. You can do it right. If you're not going to do it right, send them someplace that will do them right. So, all sorts of stuff popping in. Cedar Fair Six Flags merger updates. They have not released anything. They are still early in the process. The government has asked for a review on a couple of things, and then there is they still have to actually get government approval before they merge. So this year, Cedar Fair and Six Flags are still kind of doing their own thing. It really is not going to change until mid to end of the year when they actually merge, and then you won't see any changes to the parks until next year. So that's really what is going on there. And there won't be any updates until they actually start to merge. So, Craig, which lobby? The main Animal Kingdom Lodge lobby. Not Kidani Village's lobby, but Animal Kingdom Lodge, because we are meeting shortly before we go to eat at Boma, which is right off the main lobby. So go to Animal Kingdom Lodge. Tell them that you were meeting George Bernash. I did talk to a couple people at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and they said that shouldn't be any problem at all. Even though we're saying Kidani, if we tell them that we're meeting people just before dinner and seeing some friends, they said that should be totally fine. Just tell security, yes, you're going to the Animal Kingdom lobby, the main lodge lobby, but I'm saying at Kidani Village. So that should be just fine. So everything should be cleared there. And when we get in, we will also be letting them know to let security know that there may be a couple people coming in to see me. So that should all be taken care of, I hope. So can't think of anything else, but again, Craig, Jumbo House. It's Animal Kingdom Lodge for most of us. So Jumbo House, if you really need the name. I just think Animal Kingdom Lodge, see, my mind, because I think Animal Kingdom Lodge before Kidani Village was built. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. Even though Kidani Village is technically part of Animal Kingdom Lodge, I separate it. I'm old school. It's still MGM Studios to me. So, anyways, I think I'm going to let you all go there. There's a football game on, and I'm like itching to see it. Come on, 49ers, we got to pull this out. I want 49ers Kansas City Super Bowl again. So, oh, I know what I was going to do. I will close out with this. So, we were talking about the no politics bit, so let me just flash this to you. So I got a comment on here. Let me see if I can pull this up. And I'm just like, really? So, so if you want to know how to not do well on my channel, here we go. Oh man, are you pro-cop? I'd be so disappointed. Political free zone on the channel, but when you're in trouble, who are you going to call? Are you calling the gangbanger down the road who's threatening people, or are you calling the police? I love this guy's response. What a disappointment to humanity you are, unsubbed. Okay, folks, I lived in a place that was overrun by gangs. My nose is plastic. If you want fun, my nose literally is plastic thanks to a gangbanger. Police put their lives on the line for you to protect you and keep you safe. Yes, I realize that there are some bad cops, but unsubbed because keep politics out. And I will leave it at that. If you got to unsub because of that, and hopefully most people aren't that way. Oh boy, I tell you, I get some doozy comments, and a lot of times I'm happy I have filters, but that was just one. I was like, really? Okay, I'm a disappointment to humanity. I'm proud. If you can't handle a view different than yours, buddy, keep your mouth shut. And now that I've said that, I'm going to open my mouth and say, I like people with different views than me. I have no problem. And I hope that's how you are too. Let's be nice. Let's be kind. Let's not be like bunny's bunny. Go out and do kind things to somebody, especially if it's somebody that's different than you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to seeing some of you here in about a week. Have a great night.